Good morning, Britain. Crisis at the water companies as the government prepares to take over. Emergency plans to renationalise Thames Water as ministers monitor the finances of 4 other firms. We're going to be speaking to campaigner Fergal Sharkey about the impact on consumers later in the show.
Investigators find what is thought to be human remains in the debris of the Titan sub.
Madonna is treated in intensive care after being found unresponsive in New York on Saturday. One of the world's biggest-selling artists remains under medical care and has postponed her 40th anniversary tour.
Cooling down the palace, royal finances show the king turned down the heating at Buckingham Palace over the winter, but the royal family spending is up for the 2nd year running.
Got a sniffle? Get to school. That's the message from the schools minister, who says parents should send children to school with a cold. Do you agree? Let us know what you think. We're going to be debating that after 8 o'clock.
And what's it like playing guitar for Beyonce collaborating with Coldplay? We're going to be asking legendary musician, chic frontman Nile Rodgers later in the show.
Rain clears the southeast of the UK, then it's one of sunshine and showers. The outlook remains unsettled and turning pretty windy. I'll have all the details of that and more coming up on Good Morning Britain.
Thursday, 29th of June, 2023. Live from Television Centre in London. This is Good Morning Britain with Ben Shephard and Kate Garraway.
Hello there, good morning.
Hang on, sorry, I'm running a bit late. I've forgotten to put something on this morning. Yeah, I know.
You've changed, Kate Garraway. You've changed.
There we go, there we go. Look at that. That's a small little bit of motif. Do you know, you're not actually supposed to do this, Ben Shephard.
Are you not supposed to do what?
No, when you have your MBE, Ben.
Oh, yes, thanks, Kate.
Something I think many people are familiar with.
Have you noticed how she's starting to wave like this as well?
Oh, yeah. Do you know, Mark... sorry, but actually nobody knows what we're talking about, do they?
Yesterday...
I've just ploughed on,
Kate
as
went
usual.
to Windsor Castle.
Yes, I did.
With her amazing family, with Derek, with her mum and dad, and Derek's carer, Jake, and received her MBE from Prince William.
Yeah.
And look, you can see it. Look at them in the back shot. Just such an amazing moment.
Derek burst into tears. And the lovely thing was, look, there you go. Prince William said, Prince of Wales said, how's Derek? And I said, well, he's here. And so we turned around and saw, and then Derek, you know, obviously was very tearful and then spoke about Jake, and he gave Jake a wave as well. He said he wanted to go over, but he's not allowed to leave the rug.
Oh.
So there's a very fancy sort of red and gold carpet that he stands on.
You're talking very like a royal all
I
of a
am,
sudden.
aren't I?
Have you noticed?
There's going to be a lot of this from now on, by the way. It's all changed. Not allowed to leave the rug. Sorry, I think I've actually got a frog in my throat. That's what to do with it.
It's emotional.
It was very emotional, very emotional.
And there's music playing in the back of shot. I can just see there's a guy conducting. Was there like a little string quartet?
There was a beautiful string quartet, and at the moment that I was receiving my award, they were playing... Lady Gaga's Far From the Shallow. No.
Oh, really?
Yes. It was so emotional. I know, I just thought, is this a new thing with William? He's sort of jazzing it up a bit, leaving Mozart and going for a bit of Gaga. But, yeah, it was really lovely.
So we have name straps that come up that tell you who we are, and ours popped up. And I think we've got a new one specifically for...
Ordered by me.
Lady Garraway, MBE. Look at that.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
Thank you.
They've all been forced to do that.
We had a really... After Kate got the award, we all met and we had this lovely lunch, didn't we? Your parents were there, and Bill and Darcy were there, and loads of your colleagues and the colleagues from Smooth were there.
I know, it was
and your
really
entourage,
nice.
of which there's a lot of people now,
There's
isn't there?
not
They have to carry around.
But the poor, broken people that we were... Ranvir was there, weren't you,
It was
Ranvir?
amazing.
Ranvir and Laura were there.
Very, very nice. It was very nice, and that was organised by my lovely friend Vicky,
Yes.
who used to work on this show, didn't she? For
Many
a long
years ago.
time, many years ago.
I mean, she's put up with you for years.
Absolutely, really. She should get an MBE for long service to Garraway, and she organised the whole thing, so it was all just a lovely thing.
Can we please tell the Gareth Bale story, please? Can we please tell the Gareth Bale story?
I know, because that's
please, can we tell the Gareth Bale story?
They might take it back. They might take it back.
Actually, we never got to... You're not supposed to wear that,
We're not supposed to wear it. So, after that lovely moment, and obviously the principals are so lovely and makes everything very special for everybody, you obviously have a long wait for your moment and all of that in beautiful state rooms. And what you realise is, apart from being ridiculously honoured by having one yourself, you're with all these incredible people
who've really done amazing...
have done proper things to actually deserve to win one.
Absolutely.
So it's just lovely the hours before chatting and finding out the story. All very overwhelming. I was walking on, pushing Derek through, and we walked past somebody, very dashing young man, and a beautiful girl with him, and I was taken by her and said congratulations to her lovely outfit. And as we went past, Derek said, "That was Gareth Bale." And I said, "Oh, was it?" I said, "Oh, hello."
Suddenly interested.
Very interesting. And then later, went to talk to another group of friends. I've just made a total fool of myself and not recognised Gareth Bale. And then started chatting to them. Said, "Anyway, which of you is up for it?" And they said, "Well, it's me, actually." And I said, "Oh, what's your name?" He said, "Andrew." And
Andy Robertson.
Andy Robertson.
Liverpool. Player and captain.
So basically, I'm not... And I said, "I've just made a fool of myself." And then he said, "Well, you sort of done it with me." It was all pretty
absolutely brilliant. And a pure Garraway move.
Very Garraway.
Pure Garraway.
Very authentic and real.
Yeah,
it was just
lovely.
Like,
I did say at the time, Ben Shephard is literally going to kill me tomorrow.
I can't wait. I'm going to tell the nation.
I know.
I'm going to tell the nation.
Secret.
I can't wait to see them. It was, you know, obviously we all are very conscious of what you have been through, the hard work you're doing to look after your family, and the support that you're offering carers, the voice that you're giving people who have been through what you're and continue to go through as well as all your broadcasting stuff. To see you being honoured like that and to be there that day, it was just there was just so much joy, wasn't there?
A round of applause as you came in.
Yeah.
Everyone was a bit tearful and it was lovely.
So lovely. And it was lovely at the castle. Thank you all. But it was lovely at the castle. There were so many people came up and wanted to shake Derek's hand and say, you know, my father, my mother, my sister, my brother, and what you've come through has given us a lot of hope, because they're dealing with things from COVID, but also cancer and other things that are difficult. So I think he got a huge amount out of it as well. So it's very, very lovely.
I just think back to, you know, when he got ill and what everybody went through, and then to see him with Bill and Darcy and your mum and dad yesterday, all together there, sitting down with us, eating with us, having a glass. I think he nicked someone's champagne.
You know what? He did. He took Gloria.
He nicked Gloria De Piero, who used to work with us here.
It. Yeah.
He was very keen to get it off her.
Very keen to get it off her.
And just being able to be there.
Exactly. When actually 48 hours before he was to hospital, it's been a tough 10 days for him, so he was determined to be there, and it was wonderful.
And thank goodness he was, because he was whispering in your ear as to who these people you were meeting.
I would have made an absolute... Nothing's really changed.
He's still saving you.
Exactly
saving you.
From even more embarrassment. Yeah. Anyway, yes, I'm not supposed to wear this, so I should take this off.
So the point is, when you get...
Oh, sorry, we still haven't got...
When you get given your MBE...
You get presented by lovely Prince of Wales, and then as you go outside, they take it off you and put it in a box. And I said, am I not allowed to wear it? And they said, well, there's a card inside which tells you the specific occasions you're supposed to wear it, which I've lost.
She's lost the card.
I've lost it already.
And then by the time she got, like, from Windsor Castle to where we all had lunch...
Which was only about 400 yards.
She'd lost the instructions on where to wear it. Hence wearing it this morning.
So I'm just going to wear it all the time.
Nest in your handbag.
That's
where it is. That's where everything disappears.
In fact, Mark, who works in our green room, said, what will you be requiring this morning to go to Smooth? Is it a motorbike car or a golden coach?
A golden coach.
Pleased to know I've gone for the golden coach option.
If there is anybody from the palace watching, if you could let us know when she's allowed to wear it, you can get in touch with Facebook, Twitter or email.
I don't want them to take it off me.
No, they could, There could be rules.
At some point, should I take it off now, though? Yeah.
Maybe.
OK, go on. I'll do it now.
Because you're going to lose it.
I'll do it now. We're going to do something serious. There we go. I don't want to lose
But thank you. I mean, I'm sure, as Laura and Ranvir did as well, you post some pictures and we talk about it. The amount of response that we've had from you guys supporting Kate as well is always massively overwhelming.
To be honest, thank you. You've all been so lovely throughout the whole thing, so thank you very much.
And we're going to get very bored of it very quickly.
Yeah, we are. I think we're bored now, aren't we? Should we crack on with the news in the morning? I'm not, clearly, but everyone else is. is. Thames Water customers are being told this morning that their water supply is protected, but it does follow fears it's on the brink of collapse. Now, the government is understood to be looking at emergency plans to nationalise the UK's biggest supplier as it faces a £14 billion debt, which, of course, means we'll end up paying.
Absolutely that. Experts are warning that Thames Water is not the only utility company with concerning levels of debt. Let's get more on this. I speak to Katie Rickett, who's in Blackpool, where sewage is leaking onto the beaches. Katie, Thames Water insists that it's working with the shareholders to secure this extra cash, but as Kate was saying, the sense is if it's the government that ends up bailing them out, that'll be us, the taxpayer.
Yeah, that's right, Ben and Kate, and it could cost them actually as much as £24 billion. That could be the actual financial hole they're in. So while they're trying to meet with shareholders to drum up that money, the government is putting plans in place to put them into special administration. And as you say, that means the taxpayer footing the bill, and it will probably mean that their customers will have to pay more for their bills in the long run. Now, that won't go down well with customers who've put up with leaks and sewage spills, but as we found out, actually sorting out those sewage spills is probably going to cost water customers money across the country. So here in Blackpool, for example, they've not been able to go in the water now for 2 weeks. Now, that's because of a fractured pipe. Now, normally sewage spills into the sea only when there are really big storms, but because that pipe is fractured, even the littlest amount of water is overloading the system, and they've had 3 sewage spills in the last 2 weeks. Now, the Environment Agency say because this is an abnormal situation with the pipe fracturing, they're not even going to publish the results of the samples they took, but the residents who are extremely angry have taken matters into their own hands.
I took this water sample test only yesterday, and the E. coli results that I've got back from the scientists 3 times the level worse than poor.
It isn't an isolated incident, and even before this one there were 22 alerts this year when we've not been able to go in the sea.
Well, United Utilities have apologised profusely and say their customers will not be paying to fix that pipe. But if they want to stop those more regular sewage dumps that Caroline was just talking about, well, that is probably going to have to go onto their bills.
It will result in small bill increases, but I think that's what everyone wants. No one wants sewage going in the sea, and we're all working towards that long-term goal.
So the short term is Blackpool is heading into this hottest and most popular part of the year, and it's probably going to lose quite a bit of money from people who can't go into the sea. The long term is customers are going to have to pay if they want these water companies to clean up their act.
Oh, Katie, so frustrating, isn't it?
Oh, isn't it?
You know, that when you see the sort of the dividends that have been given out, from 2010 to 2020, there was sort of billions and billions of pounds worth of dividends and big bonuses to the bosses of these companies, and yet it's us that are going to have to cover the costs now that they're being really sort of scrutinised over the sewage. Absolutely,
it does, and that was one of the big promises, wasn't it, when it was privatised, that it would be more efficient and it would be cheaper and these things wouldn't happen. Well, that's what we're talking about this morning. Love to hear from you on it. We've got political sketch writer for The Times, Quentin Letts, and Guardian columnist Owen Jones, who belong to talk some more, and Fergal Sharkey,
yes, of course,
who's campaigned so strongly for cleaner seas and just better water systems. So we'll be talking to him as well. Ranvir, though, has the rest of the day's news.
Thanks so much.